So I broke my wrist while foot racing an 8-year-old. So basically the story goes, there were some family friends who had something that they were going to do for the evening, and they had 2 children, one of which was 8 years old, the other one was 4. So we're just, me, my girlfriend and I are just both babysitting the kids, just having a good time with them. They're really good kids, really fun to just be around. They're 2 boys, so it's like, it's just gonna be fun the whole time, right? They're not too annoying. Because, you know, sometimes kids of that age can be very frustrating, but they aren't. They're like really polite, really good kids. But basically, my girlfriend decides to take care of the 4-year-old while I take care of the 8-year-old. So we're upstairs, we're playing video games, we're just hanging out, you know, it's just a good time. And then, next thing I know, he walks up to me, he says, "Hey man, I bet I'm faster than you." And I took this as a direct challenge, so I gotta show this kid, of course you're not faster than me, right? So we're outside, and he's like, "Hey, if you really think you're faster than me, let's race." And I'm like, "No, I'm not gonna race you because I don't have shoes on right now, and since I don't have shoes on, I feel like I'm going to fall, and if I fall, I might hurt myself, right?" So he's like, "Nah, you're not gonna fall. Don't worry about it. Let's race. All right, I'm faster than you. I guarantee it." And I'm like, "You know what? Sure, why not?" So we set up to race down this sidewalk, and I'm like, I mean, he directly challenged me, so I'm not going to go easy on him, right? So I decide I'm going to give him a 5-second head start because that's just respectful. So I let him go. 5 seconds go by, and then I start running at my full speed because I'm not going to let this child who just directly challenged me win the challenge, you know? So I'm going full speed. I catch up to him in 2 seconds. And next thing I know, I blow right past him, and then I'm like, cool, I'm about to win this race, right? And then I'm running so fast that I kick my own heel and I fall on the floor, and I brace my entire impact on my wrist. So I land on my wrist fully with all my weight down on it, and I just hit, boom, tumble, fall over, right? So I get up, and at the moment it doesn't feel like there's anything wrong with my wrist. There's hardly even any pain, because I got road rash all over my shoulder, my elbow, my freaking knees, and my feet, because I was not wearing shoes. And I was just thinking this whole time, I'm like, I knew if I raced this kid I was gonna fall. But I did get rewarded because I absolutely smoked this 8-year-old dude. He was not even close to actually winning the race, bro. But we go back inside, and I'm like cleaning myself up because I'm all bloody and scraped up. And he walks up, he's like, "Hey man, I'm sorry that I wanted to race you." Because he felt bad that I fell. And I was like, "Bro, don't even worry about it. It was my choice. Don't even worry about it. Relax, bro." But fast forward, we find out that my wrist is actually fractured, right? So I need to go and end up getting surgery for it. And the surgery process was hilarious because I had never been on anesthesia before. The only time I ever did was not like the real stuff. It was for getting my teeth pulled, right? So it wasn't anything all that big. But I know that anesthesia can make you nauseous. For a little bit of context, my biggest fear on the planet, like my absolute biggest fear on the planet, is throwing up. I refuse to throw up because it freaking terrifies me. It's such an irrational fear because I know that throwing up, there's literally nothing, like, it's not gonna kill you, it's not gonna hurt you in any way. It's just, I just can't explain it. I'm so deathly terrified of throwing up. And if I even feel the slightest bit nauseous, it sends me into a full-blown anxiety attack, in which case I then end up throwing up or feeling like I'm going to throw up. So I haven't thrown up in freaking a decade or so because every time I'm about to, I fight it until the last minute. But anyways, I know that anesthesia can make you nauseous, so I'm literally telling all the anesthesiologists and all the doctors and the surgeon, basically, yo, my biggest fear on the planet is throwing up. Please do everything in your power to make me not throw up. So they give me a bunch of stuff. I don't even end up feeling nauseous. By the time I'm out of surgery, I am like so out of it that I'm just like talking a bunch of nonsense. And this is right before Mortal Kombat 1 came out that I had to get my surgery, like a month before. So I was gonna be in a cast for Mortal Kombat 1's release, which terrified me because I went so hard on the game's release. But the minute I wake up from my surgery, I immediately look at the doctor And I'm like, hey man, you know what Mortal Kombat is? And he's like, I do actually. And then I proceed to explain the entire Mortal Kombat 1 trailer, the reveal trailer, and the gameplay trailer to this man. And I explained that my name is Raiden, and I'm extremely excited for this game's release. And then I'm like, do you think I'll be able to play video games? And he's like, oh, hell yeah, you'll be able to play video games. But just right off the bat, because I was dreaming about Mortal Kombat while I was under anesthesia during the surgery. So I wake up, and I just immediately start talking to this poor dude about Mortal Kombat. And then they're wheeling me back to the recovery room, and I'm just sitting there waving at everybody, talking about Mortal Kombat the whole way through. And then we finally make it back. Both my parents are there, my girlfriend is there, and I'm still super drugged up. So the doctor is pretty much there debriefing us, and I'm not shutting up about Mortal Kombat. So the doctor looks at me, and she's like, yo, shut up, it's my turn to talk. And I'm like, yes ma'am. And I just go completely silent, right? And then my family knows that I'm so worried about throwing up that they bring it up to the doctor, and they're like, so he's all good on the anti-nausea medication, right? He's not gonna feel nauseous at all. And she's like, oh no, he probably will. People throw up all the time from anesthesia. Like literally so often people throw up from anesthesia, and it freaks me out. I'm literally like so drugged up. I'm now like freaking out, thinking I'm about to throw up because this stupid doctor, who we just explained how terrified I am of throwing up, made it seem like I was literally about to throw up. So she sent me into a panic because I felt like I was about to throw up, dude. Dude, my freaking girlfriend was so pissed at the doctor because she knows how bad it was, and she saw me go white in the face. And then I'm like, okay, I need some water, and now I need to go to the restroom, right? So I stand up quickly to go to the restroom, all drugged up. I almost fall over because I'm freaking out, and I'm like, I need to go to the bathroom real quick, because something about the bathroom calms me down. But she's like, whoa, slow down, and then she like grabs me and takes me over to the bathroom, and I can barely stand. So I'm like, okay, my plan is I'm gonna sit on the toilet, just kind of rest a little bit, and then I'm gonna take my pants off afterwards. She saw me sitting on the toilet and thought that I was like gonna poop my pants, and she started yelling, no, don't sit down, so don't sit down, and she started yanking my pants off, and it freaked me out. Like, this was the worst doctor I've ever... She had no social skills. She had no way of reading the way that her patient felt. And she just freaked me out, dude. So I'm like, relax, I'm gonna take my pants off. And then, yeah, I take my pants off, and then I just end up sitting there for a minute and do nothing because the bathroom is calming me down. But then I go home, and I sleep for, like, literally 9 hours. And I didn't throw up once. So yeah, that's how I broke my wrist racing an 8-year-old. But yeah, thank you for watching this far into the video. Bye.